It's Fab at Any Age Friday, and so we turn our attention to the office. Many people are facing co-workers and bosses half their age or old enough to be their grandparents. That can make for some difficult discussions as these diverse generations try to connect at the water cooler and in the conference room. GMA Workplace contributor Tori Johnson is here to help us sort this all out. This is really an issue, but let's start with the different generations, starting with the matures, as they're called.
They came of age when loyalty was a really big thing, and they thought that they'd be with their companies in a sense from cradle to grave, and they thought that by putting in long years of service, their companies would reward them with raises and benefits and bonuses and promotions, and then ultimately take care of them through retirement.
Okay, well, let's get a little more of a background of what's going on at the workplace, and then we'll come back to Tori Johnson. Let's see. The comedy In Good Company stars Dennis Quaid in the throes of a midlife crisis.
Hey, now that you know how old I am, how old are you?
His new boss is half his age and dating his daughter. The daughter twist may be Hollywood, but different generations trying to coexist in today's corporate reality.
I'm going to presume I know why you're here, and you're here to achieve the same success that I've seen.
This new trend keeps corporate consultants like Cam Marston very busy. Today, he's teaching managers from Estee Lauder how to deal with the workplace generation gap.
The change is that there are 4 generations in the workplace for the first time. Not only that, each of these 4 generations is more different from one another than any generations have been in the past.
It's a growing issue that millions of coworkers are now forced to face every day.
In an average store, we have one manager who might be 30, and she's trying to manage people that are anywhere from 20 to 65. And it's a real challenge because they all need and want different things from their career.
The biggest challenge you have is for the younger generation to realize there's a long-term career because they want your job today.
This is the first time in history that 4 generations have been in the workplace.
According to Phoebe Farrell-Port, a vice president at Estee Lauder, this is a trend that companies simply cannot afford to ignore.
What we have to do is educate all 4 generations on what the value systems are of each of those generations, and then train the leadership on how to lead and manage each of those generations.
And getting back to the generations now with Tori Johnson, you talked about the matures, those born before World War II, now the famous baby boomers, of course.
The boomers, they saw a shift away from loyalty and longevity, mainly as a recession hit, and they became victims of downsizing and layoffs. And also, when some of those 51 million boomers hit the marketplace, competition was fierce, and so they became workaholics, putting in very long hours, and in a sense, in the end, stopping and questioning, was it all worth it? Was this work till you drop attitude really all worth it?
Generation Xers, they get knocked around a little bit.
They do, and sometimes not rightfully so, but they saw their parents burn out, and they decided to put a heavy premium on work-life balance. They are very independent, they value their time greatly, and they tend to be a lot more loyal to people than to companies. No problem job hopping.
And the new workforce now, the new generation, the millennials.
The millennials, the babies of the group in more than one way. These are the people whose parents, in a sense, doted on them, coddled them, and they expect a little bit of that, too, from their employers. They want lots of feedback and recognition, but they do take pride in their work.
And now to get all these different groups together and working together and getting along and understanding one another, you say you have to speak each other's language?
You do. You know what? Think about it in these terms. When you go to France, you speak French, and it's very important in the workplace that you adapt your own communication style to suit the people that you are dealing with, not solely to suit yourself. Oftentimes, if you use words or language that isn't appropriate to the person you're talking to, you wind up alienating them, and that's the last thing we want to do.
And we should remember, I know it's said a lot, but age is just a number.
It is. When you are dismissive of somebody or you treat them solely based on their age, it's akin to dismissing somebody or treating someone some way based on their gender or their race. And in the workplace, we've done a really good job tackling that, and this age issue is the new frontier. We can't be dismissive and think that, he's just a kid, his opinion doesn't matter, or she's past her prime, she doesn't know anything. We really have to treat people based on the value and creativity and input that they have.
Tori, what happens if your boss is younger than you are, and you feel like, okay, they're kind of like kind of belittling me. And I have young nieces who are working now, and they're like, no one takes me seriously because I'm so young. So what happens
I say
then?
deal with it with candid conversation. And by that I mean don't let your frustrations fester. Walk to the person and say to them, if you feel that you've been belittled or you've been treated that way, say, you know what, Robin, I really value the work that I do here, but I don't appreciate when you belittle me. If you have some constructive feedback for me, I'd welcome it. And oftentimes when you confront the person dead on and you really focus on it and you focus on communicating, you do a lot better at repairing those relationships and building stronger ones in the workplace.
Communication is key.
That's
it's
right.
so much.
And generational issues don't have to be a taboo topic in the workplace.
Good.
We're not accustomed to talking about it. We let the problems fester. Talk about it. Talk about it today.
And we can learn so much from each other, the different generations. Tori, thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you. All right.